I'm
I
sorry.
don't mind it being open.
I'm not smarter than Twitter. I'm not smarter than Twitch. I'm not smarter than my day-to-day experiences. That's just kind of how it goes. We're back up and we're live again. Listen.
There.
Let's see. Abandon that so I can restart it. That's not what I want. No. Commence. There we go. Oh, cool. The bot worked. Oh, good lord. Anyway, I figured out what I was doing wrong with my, words. Chat overlay, I've fixed that now, so I should be able to, like, interact with people more easily. That's fine.
Yeah, it's good to have quick access to chat.
Yeah.
Like, in your face at all times.
Well, I had, again, proof that this is not my area of expertise. I had forgotten that I had set it to a hotkey. And couldn't figure out why it wasn't showing back up again. But I remember, like, I figured out the hotkey, so, like, it's fine now. I was up way too late working on this list of things to do.
Well, it's a good outline.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, seriously, like, you're hitting a lot of marks there, and,
Oh, this is, ambitious.
it is.
Well, and I'm anticipating some of these streams not being more than half an hour to an hour at a time. Because how much can you drag out of, like, crafting and gathering?
Oh, boy.
Okay,
Depends on
what can I drag out of crafting and gathering?
It depends on how much prep work you do.
Well, and, like,
Really.
that's why I had thought to ask you if you would be interested in coming with for that one. Because I know, like, this is your thing, and you were just saying the other day that, like, you enjoy talking about this.
Yeah, sure.
Again, I thought of you.
That's nice. Thanks for thinking about me.
Yeah, I think of you when it's crafting and HVAC, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know if people viewing want me to read the dialogue or not. Or if it's too small on the screen, like, let me know what y'all want me to do. There's 2 people now. I can't do the fantasy British accents, unfortunately.
Well, unsubscribe down below.
Cheerio.
Alright, what will I say? We'd better go give them a hand, or sounds like tedious work, but not as tedious as waiting around, I suppose. Should I go enthusiastic or snarky?
Always snarky.
Always snarky.
Alright, we'll go snarky this time. Oh, yeah, since we have a few people watching, y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Sure, where are you?
I'm in Mordona.
Say next time chat can pick.
Oh, okay. Well, I am Queen Buffcat, Queen of the Buff Cats, also known as Party. And yeah, that's me. I'm working on housing.
Yeah, that'll be a stream for another day. Do not under any circumstances stress about getting it done by then, because I think like showing it under construction and showing the amount of work that goes into it would be kind of a cool thing to showcase too.
I mean,
like if you get it done by then, great, that's awesome. But like don't stress about it.
He's stressing out about it is kind of on the nose.
I'm sorry?
I said if you want an accurate depiction of what housing is like, watching me stress about it is on the nose.
Yeah, I'm not sure if watching us try to place a window on a stage panel for half an hour is the most interesting content.
No, it's not, but...
The end results are.
But do we have enough stage panels? That's the real question.
Never enough stage panels. Yeah, you could also visit some of the houses.
Yeah, no, I had planned on... I want to go visit that place that had, like the dance floor set up. That was cool as hell.
Yeah, I've been watching a couple of HG14's like streams, the recorded streams, and they did a fairly recent Primal run and saw like 20 or 30 really good houses.
Ooh.
You could do like a couple.
Oh yeah, for sure. Where is this place? There it is. So for anybody who's joining in on this that doesn't play Final Fantasy, doesn't know what any of this is about, what I'm doing is called main scenario. We're gonna have a little bit of overlap in these because I have finished the main scenario on this character and I don't have anything new until the end of this crazy project that I've picked up. So what we're doing is New Game Plus to redo some of the story of the most recent expansion, which anybody that, like, I'll tell anybody that will sit down and tolerate me for long enough to say it, I fucking love Shadowbringers. It is easily my top 3 video games that I've ever played. The story is just absolutely incredible. I laughed, I cried. I was genuinely worried, like, it got really dark at points, and I'm sitting there going, what? Why are there scenarios in Maine? Because I actually lived there for a little bit. I left them behind. I don't recommend Maine. Like, to live. It's beautiful to visit. I don't recommend it to live.
Shadowbringers is definitely worth not skipping. Even if you are the player that does, the kind of player that does, like me.
Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Oh, this one has voiceover.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We found bugger all without you.
Biggs, wedge.
What they have in Maine is a lot of racist white people, to be honest, Mac. He said, Stephen King told me they got killer clowns and cornfields and stuff up there. Like, cornfields is more like where I am right now.
We could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions.
But, yeah, Maine is mostly full of, like, crazy racists that live out in the middle of the woods with the moose.
Jesse called it the chief of some other business. So we'll be working twice as hard to make up.
I do fantasize like moving out to some place like Ohio in the middle of nowhere.
I wouldn't recommend Maine because we got 2.5 feet of snow that, like, I had a job interview the next morning and it decided to drop 2.5 feet of snow on us the night before. Just kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, I get enough stories from family to know how much of a pain in the ass snow is.
I keep telling my coworkers I'm gonna pack up and move to California again, where all I have to worry about is everything being on fire. It didn't get cold there.
I'm just gonna quietly laugh in Canadian at both of you.
The last time I was in Canada, it was in October, and it was 80 degrees the whole time.
Yeah, well,
that sounds nice.
When I was a kid, you had to make your Halloween costumes so that you could fit a snowsuit under it.
Yeah, no, we had to do the same thing where I grew up in Nebraska. My birthday is mid-May, and it was always a question of, do we plan for hot weather or do we plan for snow? Because it's Nebraska. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know why this stream is tagged as...
I meant to say,
being in English. It doesn't need to be.
Preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
It's a thing. It's a thingy.
Isn't that the ironwork?
What's the line from Spider-Verse? It's a gizmo.
A goober.
Right, thank you.
What's happening?
Like you.
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Well, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
I think this is still one of the most incredible openings to anything Final Fantasy XIV that they've ever done. Pardon the camera staring straight down my shirt.
Do not look at me so.
You're slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Your time has not yet come.
Just watching your stream, I like how your character looks side to side.
I actually think there's gonna be something on the ground next to her, maybe. But anyway, I was saying before we got to voice acting,
Endless dreams I awake.
trying not to talk over it.
Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Alright, we have a choice. What do you mean this time of night, or but it's bright as day?
What do you mean this time of night?
Alright, that's the one we're going with. It's the first answer.
You foolish old man.
The oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply. Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when. You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then. Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around.
It's convenient that they use the same unit of measurement
Go
here.
on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire, its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew, between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt, the one true struggle.
And that's the intro to Shadowbringers. But what I was saying, for anybody who is joining in that doesn't play this game, doesn't know what main scenario means, it's the stuff that progresses the story. So like right now, we're doing the main scenario quest, the Circus Trench. So when I first, when this game first, when this expansion first released, I had just gotten off a gigantic Breath of the Wild binge, and my first thought was, damn, these areas are huge. Oh, it's Lena.
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not. This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions. From where do you hail?
From where do we hail? Gridania, the source, or no answer?
Gridania. Confuse them.
You get the same answer no matter what you say.
Take me for a fool?
More or less.
Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin, but instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass. That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand, ring and all.
That's upsetting.
It always creeped me out that the old guy who greets you is like the same guy from the beginning of the game.
Well, no, like that's the whole point. Is that he's well, he's a reflection of what was his name, Wymond?
Yeah, but that creeps me out.
Well, everybody's got a counterpart in the first as there's in the source.
Yeah, but he's kind of the only one that's obvious. I don't know. He creeps me out. I don't like him.
All right. Well, I mean, you don't have to worry about him anymore. He's gone. He got eaten.
True.
He got eaten.
He's gone for now. I think he exists in all planes. He's watching.
If you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
He's so tiny.
I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
Like, the Eorzea female characters are so short, but I'm still taller than the Exarch. He's so little.
Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for
It's your heels.
Is it really?
No.
Oh.
To bring you directly to my personal.
No, he's short.
But I feel my
He's itty bitty.
Slightly off. That you were still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so we come to the question of where.
Your character just what is that? A gremlin?
Belongs to one of the 13
what?
Reflections or shards. The first,
oh.
To be precise.
The Exarch.
Even its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact.
No one feed that thing after midnight.
Having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity
Certainly don't get it wet.
Thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
What will we ask? Are the other Scions here, or do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused?
Berate him.
I will
make him feel terrible.
I mean, worse than he already does.
Yes. Make him cry.
Yes. I can only beg your forgiveness. Matters here forced my hand. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above.
I wish to see him cry.
The world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity. It was to save the First from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. Though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try. For in saving the First, you would bring salvation to the source as well. But what manner of host
Gold.
pranks his guest in the middle of
Yes.
Could you possibly make me some more wine barrels?
How many?
5.
That's a lot of wine barrels.
Yes, we need them for the cellar.
Oh, I see. Oh, just, quick yes or no question. Gold, did you ever hear back from Sidoni?
Yes. But what about particularly?
About the free company?
What, selling it?
Just about changes that we're making. Like, what was her opinion?
Oh, yes. Changes are good.
Okay.
She made a channel in the Discord.
Oh, I gotcha. Haven't checked it yet. We'll do that post-stream.
Mm-hmm.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid
too.
the town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
And that is the first main scenario quest in Shadowbringers. This is standard introductory stuff. New area, go explore. Alright, he's asking us were his directions clear. Do we say crystal clear or to the right and down the where now?
Crystal clear.
Okay.
That's funny.
It's a pun.
Always gotta go for the pun.
Mm-hmm. He's so shady. Up and to the left first, I think. Please pardon the link shell notifications.
I shall not.
Can you even hear them?
No. But there shall be no pardoning. 1,000,000 years dungeon, no trial. Some crimes simply cannot be forgiven.
That's fair. That is fair. I appreciate how even in text you can hear, like, I'm talking to Catless. She's asking, oh, where are you from? From the same place as the Exarch. Ah, one of the Exarch's countrymen. So you're shady too, I see.
Nice.
Like, you can just kind of infer it in the text.
Yeah. Got it. Another weirdo.
Pretty much. Which ether crystal is that? Since there's no voice acting right now, don't forget about Extra Life. We hit $300 not that long ago. And it would be really super cool if we could hit 500 by the end of this project. Very cool indeed.
It benefits sick kids.
Oh yeah, the sub slogan now is "Kids can't wait," because they're doing a lot of COVID benefits right now in particular.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Wonderful work.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention, even more importantly, our goal.
Oh, for God's sake. Here we go.
By the end of this. What's the specific date?
November 6th, I want to say. Whatever that first Saturday is. November 7th. November 7th.
Okay. So by November 7th, we need to raise how much?
$1,000.
$1,000. And if we do, Crow is going to participate in a challenge we've come up with known as the Cinder Drift Extreme.
Yeah.
Which is they will do the Cinder Drift while eating extremely hot peppers.
I don't think it'll be a ghost pepper. I can't handle that.
Painfully hot. As hot as any sane person can manage.
I'll do my best.
Just kidding. It'll be a ghost pepper. I'm gonna make it happen.
I can't do a ghost pepper if I want to like not throw it up all over my keyboard.
Cinder Drift Extreme.
Yeah, so if we raise $1,000, we will do the Cinder Drift Extreme, which is where I do the Cinder Drift Savage, which is a notoriously difficult fight, while having just eaten a piece of very hot pepper. That's my charity challenge.
Yeah. And every time they die, they have to eat another piece.
No, that was not part of the plan. No, that I refuse to do. No,
but I added it.
No. You are not Darth Vader. You don't get to alter the deal.
I am altering the deal.
No, you do not get to alter the deal. That's where I'm putting my foot down.
Not alter it further.
No, absolutely not.
Don't worry, guys. We'll make it happen.
No, not like that. Anyway, you should be able to click the little video game with the little controller with wings above the chat box. And that should be fixed now. Yes, that is in fact fixed now. And you don't even have to leave Twitch to do so.
So there's no excuses.
I mean, like, don't donate if you can't afford it. Like, please take care of yourselves first.
Yes, obviously. Goes without saying.
$500 and we're doing another prize giveaway, by the way. And there will be 5 winners. 5 whole winners.
Ooh.
Which I have not forgotten about yours, Liz. I have the stuff to make it, I just haven't sat down and done it yet.
Oh yeah, of course. Take your time.
Don't.
Oh, I like Morin. He's cute. He's a soft boy. We've learned about the flood of light. Time to go break our ankles. Normally I wouldn't have all of these ether shards unlocked, but I did that last year. It's a very naked Hrothgar that was right next to me. Oh my goodness.
That's just how it be.
Sometimes it do be like that.
Sometimes it do.
It's a character of their race.
Yeah.
I see a lot of them.
I as a Hrothgar am often naked.
I wonder if it's less... Oh, hi, Volcando.
Hi. I came in on often naked.
Exactly the right time.
I think it's less a feature of the Hrothgar as a people and more a feature of the Hrothgar as players. That they're always naked.
Yeah, because most Hrothgar are at least bisexual. Or bi-curious, you know. It's very horny race.
We're doing a children's charity stream, Volcando. Did you know that?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, man. I mean, you know... We're just talking about new. Listen, it's very tasteful. Okay,
It is tasteful. I'm not saying it's not. I just wasn't expecting a blue naked lion man to be quite that close to me when I got into the markets.
You should always be prepared.
Yeah, they're horny ninjas. They're everywhere.
All right, we have a dialogue choice. Are we gonna say, "I'm sorry, did you say drawn?" or actually, I'm an Aura.
Actually.
Yeah, like the actually.
Actually, excuse me.
It's only
Benson.
mansplaining if it comes from the mansplain region of France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling misogyny.
Exactly.
You gotta really channel that reply guy energy from Twitter.
I can't even, like, lay claim to that joke. It's not mine. I saw it on Twitter. It was brilliant.
Twitter can be great and also not great.
The right parts of Twitter are great.
I like to think my Twitter's great.
Your Twitter is great.
Oh, thank you. I should shitpost more.
More than you already do?
Yeah, I mostly just retweet quality shitposts. I don't get to shitpost myself very often.
What do you think I do with my 3 Twitter accounts?
I can't believe you have 3. I can barely keep one together. Like,
Okay, well, like, one of them I don't.
You
One of them I
think
don't
3 is
use.
impressive? You are like a little baby. Watch this. Has 5 Twitter accounts.
you have 5 Twitters? Like, never mind, we're on a...
Okay, so, like, one is, if anybody would like to follow me on Twitter, one is at Crowdalava, as seen as my character name, and that's where all of the stream announcements, prizes, giveaways, etc. will be announced. If you would like to follow me for politics and me being angry on the internet, and also usually Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy shitposting, you can find me on my normal Twitter at CrowConspiracy. It seemed like
I actually am following all your Twitters. Wow.
I think the only one you're not following is the cosplay one, which I'm still trying to figure out what borked when I signed up for it.
What was that first Twitter, Crow?
The first one is at Crowdalova, D-A-L-O-V is in Victor A. Just like the character name. Your exchange with Bragi has taught you about the peoples of the first. They're just Final Fantasy 11 races. That's all they are. Like, that's not, like, all they are, but... that's all they are.
I mean, let's be real, the Galco were better than the Rogadin. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, but then we didn't get
down.
Femgalka. We didn't get Femgalka.
That's true.
And that's a tragedy.
I mean, we didn't get Fem Hrothgar either. That's also a tragedy.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
We also didn't get male Vieira, and that is a straight-up crime against humanity.
I am a Fem Hrothgar. Do not erase me.
I would never erase you. I apologize.
Thank you. I appreciate your apology.
Fem-Galco would have been interesting. Weren't they like plants or something though?
I never played
I remember the little bit of lore I remember it from it was like when they died, like it was no shit. They just kind of like plot hold it where like when one of them died, they would go away and then suddenly a new one would just show up like a baby.
Oh, so it's Groot. Yeah. Oh, interesting. I didn't get this dialogue the first time. I'm being invited into the Crystal Tower, and I have the option of the tower's gate lies open then, or just like that. Then Grahatia is. I think I'm gonna ask. I was gonna say I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask about him.
Do it. That's what I did, and it's an interesting response.
I am not familiar with that name. Is there something I should know? You little shit.
Right? He's such a liar.
I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it best that we focus on the present. Listen here, you shady bastard.
Yeah, see, I think you should read the text.
I wasn't sure. Mostly because I know myself too well. I know I'm gonna sit and like give commentary in between.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for.
That's
I
fair.
think most people would.
That's fair.
Give good commentary.
You're going to enter the Crystal Tower. And, like, it had been so long since I did the Crystal Tower raid series when I first picked up Shadowbringers that I didn't make that connection right away.
Gold.
I don't
Yes,
think I had
Queen.
finished them either.
Do you have a spare platform on you? I need it for floating.
Yeah,
or,
loft.
or the shelf that you use for floating things.
Yeah, I've got a couple lofts here.
Okay.
And you want a Riviera wall shelf?
Yeah.
Guess what I'm doing? Repairing.
Again.
Just to pause in the dialogue, for anybody watching this who has not played Shadowbringers yet, I would tune in tomorrow instead because this is all spoilers. It's all spoilers.
To put it simply, they are here in the first. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine.
Oh, I can't do that.
Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the source. In the space of a single hour.
Oh, are you just gonna put them inside?
They're bound to me, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just place them.
The pace fluctuates without rhyme.
For those who haven't figured it out yet, Miss Gold and I are redoing the FC house, so...
Tell them what an
there will
FC
be
house is.
dialogue. It is a traditional fantasy tavern.
Tell them what an FC house is.
It's our
That-
guild
that's-
Oh, NFC.
There you-
It's
there
our
you go.
guild house. So, our cool secret clubhouse.
FC standing for...
Free company.
There you go.
Except the company isn't free. You got to pay for it.
Yeah, it's like, what,
by paying
30,000
it
gil?
up.
You have to pay a lot. Yeah, you got to pay a lot of gil.
I think the freedom refers to you are not tied to any one of the grand companies.
Yes, but
I was just making a crappy like subscription model joke, and you guys like got real with it.
I knew what you meant.
Oh, thanks.
I appreciate
I
it.
knew what you meant too. I just wasn't going to give you the satisfaction.
Ah,
Free company
all I
included with purchase.
Buy a
Yeah,
house,
right.
get a free company. Hey.
As if the housing is the hard or the easy part, you know.
Housing
makes
is the
you
hardest
wanna
part of
cry.
this game. Like,
Yeah, that's why I'm dedicating a stream to it.
If
Housing
every-
and glamours.
Housing and glamours. If everyone wants to move to Leviathan, there's one for sale. But it's in the goblet, so never mind.
There's, in every expansion, it feels like a scene or flashback or something where Thancred gets thrown somewhere completely naked.
Naked. And he's the only one.
He's the only one.
It's only ever Thancred.
Y'shtola.
Yeah, but like Y'shtola, it's meant to be more like... It's not meant to be a joke with Y'shtola.
No.
Yeah.
Alright, what will I say? Then find a way to send them back, referring to the Scions, or what have they been doing all this time?
that one.
What have they
Definitely
been doing?
that one. Yeah.
What have my
Slackers.
equally shady friends been doing while they have been away?
Can we real talk a second? Alphino, shady as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alphino is shady, but nobody is like more sketch than Eorzea. Like, let's be honest. He wrote the book on being
Oh, yeah.
sketchy.
That's true.
No, he didn't write the book because that would be more information than he's going to share.
I don't know what he's saying.
I
half the
would
time.
say he wrote the pamphlet on being shady, but he's so damn wordy it turned into a book anyway.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to guess his intent? If you can't even understand what he's
He
saying.
doesn't even know his intent. He's literally every time he starts talking and like it just keeps going on and on. Inside he's panicking. He's like, "Oh God, they're still listening. They're still looking at me. What the fuck? What do I do? Oh no! Oh God, I'm doing it again. I'm talking." We said we weren't gonna do this, Eorzea.
I want everybody that's on this stream tonight to be there for the lore stream, because we're gonna talk headcanon.
Ooh.
Like what are your favorite headcanons? Save it for the stream, but like think about it and like get some stuff ready for it.
You mean my cat mommy?
Quoi?
Sure.
Cat mommy. Come on, you stole a.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's different.
That-
That's not what
okay,
I
I wasn't sure
That's
where
not
you
what
were
you
going
thought?
with that.
Come on, we're talking story.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
I like where we wound up, though.
Yeah, me too. Y'shtola is undeniably best girl after Tataru.
Yeah, but I wouldn't buy that Tataru
Fig.
Figma or whatever. I'm gonna buy the
I have two
stolen
hands.
one.
They haven't made a Tataru figure yet. Otherwise, I would own one.
There is.
Is there? Since when?
Well,
No, is there? No, wait.
They made one of the Sultana.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the little
statue.
the one that little sits like the city, the one that sits on your. I
No,
call
I'm-
it a. I said city, but sorry, what?
No, it's like it was a little like actual statue of the Sultana that they sold on the Square Enix website. Like an actual physical statue. I don't know if they still have
That's
it.
what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Where's
She
my
sits- she sits
Where's
on
my
the chest.
Robon figure?
God,
Like where's
right?
that?
The arm kept popping off, so they had to like recall them.
There
was
is
clever.
a Tataru figure.
Is there?
Yeah. No, yeah, I was right. Yeah. With a carbuncle.
No shit.
What?
Hmm.
Well, guess y'all have to spend your money.
Yep. You got to spend $42 on Amazon Prime shipping. Only 2 left in stock.
Oh shit! I gotta Google that shit.
Is that
Look,
an
there's
actual
2 for
real?
each of you. 1 for each of you.
Is it an actual real figure or is it a bootleg? Is my question.
No, it's a real figure.
Sold by Square Enix?
It's officially licensed by Taito.
Oh shit! You're right.
Oh shit. I know that brand.
Well, like I said, time to spend your money.
Mm-hmm. $40, $41, $42. Prime ship.
Oh, it's,
Oh, and it's in
so
that good
cute.
In that fucking Shire gear, that's cute. Oh, and there's
nothing-
Kryl as well. Like what the hell?
Oh, those are the Kryl and
Y'shtola.
Y'shtola ones are the little like super deformed ones. I'm not a big fan
Well,
of those.
yeah, because they're based off the minions.
Oh, that's so cute. All right, we have dialogue options. What will we say? I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying because I was worried about this figure. So we have the options of for the moment, but I'll see you to that promise, or for want of a better choice. I don't know what any of this refers to because I was not paying attention. I know what, I'm gonna make a decision. I'm gonna be snarky.
When in doubt.
When in doubt, snark it out.
There are a shocking number of these. Like Harshafont is one. Like there's 2 Tataros. There's like
What?
a Chloe, Aliopa. There's a Thancred. Wow.
I don't know how much I trust some of these.
While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Yeah,
like-
probably
they're
check
all-
the
they all
Google
look
images.
Yeah, they all look like they're from Taito. There's an Emmerich. Oh, that's $175. I'm definitely not getting that.
Oof.
I've been working on this for 3 hours.
God, I don't need any more. I don't need any more freaking toys, man. I got like so many. I already shelled out for the Final Fantasy IX Bring Arts or whatever of Zidane and Dagger.
I
And I
have the
really-
only one that I'll need.
I really want the Vivi one.
My Xenos figure that I painted Juicy on the ass of.
People are saying that Taito is not great. Yeah, Taito sucks though. See their Bakemonogatari, Fate Stay Night, or Toaru figures. Some of those are some of the awful ones I remember. And like
Yeah,
that's
you're
from
absolutely right.
8 years ago, but
Well, they're absolutely right. They're not premium figures.
yeah.
I wouldn't even say they're like average. You know what I mean? They're like, but it's nice to have.
Yeah,
for
I
the
don't
characters.
know. Okay, this listing on Amazon with the image with the watermark has like a dragon with Arabic writing on it, so I don't know how much I trust that.
Yeah, I'd go to like Google and search for it and see what
Yeah, I
real
did, and that was what
pictures
came
look
up.
like. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oops.
It is a legitimate figure that they make. It's like I can see the box and stuff in the background of this picture, but... Wow, we got completely off track on this stream, didn't we?
Sorry, that's partially my fault.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of, like, the style that they did of these. It's that, like, big head, super deformed nonsense. I don't know, it's just not my thing. It's not, like, it's not cute, though. Like, the Tataru one is cute because she's basically a chibi figure in herself, but, like, the rest of them, I don't think it works very well.
Yeah, I've seen people posting Tataru on Facebook, so it seems like that one particularly is pretty popular.
Mhm.
So it must be in person pretty good.
Yeah. I don't want to just, like, sit here and do nothing but main story. Because this is, like, year-old content at this point. Yeah, I guess it would be right around a year, wouldn't it?
But it's so good.
It is good. It's so good.
I haven't seen it in a year.
I guess to kind of keep things interesting, what's your guys' favorite part of the story?
Have you met Faol yet?
Not yet. I think I'm about to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I will get to that point at least. Faol is a treat.
She's the best.
They.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, I can dream.
Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along. Tell me what to do.
Yeah, probably the midpoint of Shadowbringers, where it gets really fail heavy, is like my favorite part because they are really, really funny.
Mm-hmm.
It is very interesting.
That and the scene directly after the fight with Innocence, the big reveal. Like, I knew what was coming because it had been spoiled for me, but it was still just an incredible scene to see.
We're probably gonna need to add a couple spoiler tags there.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
I can change that though. I will add. Hang on.
Oh my god, I just fucking... I just, like, ran all the way out to the very south end of, like, Forgotten Springs.
Oh no.
And I forgot that that's mithril and not silver ore. God damn it.
That sucks.
Use your gathering logs.
I just thought I remembered it, and I was wrong.
See, I don't assume I remember anything.
Okay.
And then I don't.
We have added spoiler tags.
Sweet, we could talk about spoilers.
Yeah, heavy spoilers.
Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
That is very convenient that they also use gil here.
Yeah, at least they just went with the names. I mean, I think they really just did it for the dwarves. Just for dwarves, and then said, okay, now we need to change all the other races too.
Oh my god. Sorry, hang on.
Hi, puppy.
From coins uncovered within the crystal tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here.
He's so loud.
Is that Duke or Banjo?
That one's Banjo.
Aw, I love Banjo. I love them both. They're good dogs. You should follow, everybody watching should follow Volkendo on Twitter, because dogs.
I do post pictures of my dogs.
High quality dog content.
High quality dog content.
So, fun fact, it's the scene where they're like, oh god, more of these goddamn poetics. My phone case is an elegant tombstone of poetics. That is 100% an iPhone.
Have you seen the housing on him?
That long look of suffering. What housing item?
They have a tombstone housing item.
Nice.
It's basically a cell phone on a stand.
Amazing.
Yeah, they do. I believe it's called like the frivolous.
Alright, here's
Or
Feoul.
frivolity or something like that.
Here's Feoul.
There she is. Here she comes. There she is.
They.
I can dream.
My dear Feoul, paragon of pixie kind.
There they are.
I have the most vital task. This fine lady is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from her home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
Dear Square Enix, I want to be able to call my character with gender-neutral pronouns. That's not fair.
Right.
Hey, I'm still crying about a bulge slider. Like, you know.
We'll get a butt slider before we get a bulge slider.
Oh God, that would be. I would be delighted.
Butt slider would be great.
I would love a butt slider. Because like, have you seen Rogadin ass? They're flat. Like, I need some junk in the trunk.
It's truly a crime.
So when I was first watching this scene a year ago, I'm like, my mom's family is Sephardi, Jewish, and Irish. I'm a number of painfully Irish surnames that have come together for my family. And the whole time I'm watching this being like, don't you trust that perky orange little shit. Don't you do it. That's a trap.
Consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance.
But it's sweet how it worked out so well.
Make a pact with me? No thank you. I know how this ends.
But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
The fact that they asked, did your teeth and fingernails come with me when I got there, is upsetting.
Ugh.
I mean, it's a fair question.
That's upsetting.
Just as I thought. Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all
Answer the question.
From this moment forth, I will be your Isnefis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the
I find it more upsetting that they can't tell.
That's a good point.
Like, well, yeah, do I look like I'm in pain? Do I have teeth and fingernails? Am I bleeding?
I don't trust. Okay, I didn't trust the Exarch. I certainly didn't trust Feoul. And as soon as my character put her hand up to be like, sure, we'll make a pact, I'm like, no, you idiot! You've been here 10 minutes and you're already fucking up.
'Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap her message to your friends in the source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Alright, who am I gonna contact? Tataru or Kryl?
Tataru, she's so worried about you.
Yeah, that's what I did the first time.
And she'll tell Kryl.
Is on the link shell.
Consider it done.
Bye, Feoul.
As you heard, that was Feoul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
I think it's funny that in the year since I first played Shadowbringers and saw this scene and went, no thank you, don't want it, I've now am to the point where it's like, how do I make these giant ass fairy wings compact and able to be transported?
I really hope you can't hear my dog, I'm sorry.
Nope. Not anymore.
Okay, good. He's being so fucking loud.
Is he okay?
He's just, he thinks he sees something in the window and there's nobody there, and like, so he's just growling, and he's been growling for a solid 10 minutes.
Oh, funny boy.
You're lucky you're cute, you dumb animal. Oh my god.
Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use of as you see fit. When you are ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray, rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the ocular anon. I believe that covers all of the practical concerns. Pondering. Thank you for answering my call. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Aw, isn't that sweet? Oop. Yeah, I'm getting... take a nap. Excuse me. It's a very nice room that he put me up in.
Because he feels guilty because he's a snake.
Because he lied to me.
Right to your face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Sweet boy.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay, doggo. It's okay.
You know what he's seeing in the window? Me, because I'm there to love him.
Somebody is saying, you. Oh, it's the shadowy figure. Oh, we know this guy. I actually just did this,
You're the warrior of light from the source.
this, section of Heavensward not that long ago on another character. What will I say? The warrior of darkness? Or, and who are you?
The warrior of darkness?
Okay.
What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been?
I feel bad for him.
Hi. That was what I called myself in your world. The warrior of darkness. My real name is Ardbet. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Asians. Let them guide us to the source. And tried to hasten their goddamned ardor. I remember when...
God, I wish there was an undo button for housing.
By you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia.
It's like I just, like, clicked on the screen, but was on store mode, and just stored an item I did not intend to store.
Rip.
The flood was poised to swallow Northrend. Minfilia and
Like,
my friends,
cool. Thanks, Essie.
they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back.
Thanks, Yoshi P.
Just faded away.
I think the real problem is, yeah, that. But the one that always gets me is the storage menu, and like in the item menu.
Yeah.
Between storage and placed, I never really
remember.
I'm sure which one I'm on.
Yeah. Well, and if you click the thing again, it switches it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is stupid.
I feel so bad for Ardbert.
Mm-hmm.
Like, before I kind of just wanted to bully him a little bit, but now it's just like, aw, poor thing.
Bully him.
It's a sad situation.
It is.
Make him cry.
My gestures catch no eye.
He made us cry.
Be they
It's only
whispered
fair.
or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever.
Wait,
I
what?
hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges.
Oh, I just noticed this is the same melody as the trial music in Heavensward.
Then bang. senses were sharp again.
No, it's you hear it in Ultima Weapon too.
Why is it that you can see me?
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you. Look in the link shelf.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
You were summoned to save the first. Waste of time. This world is beyond saving. Like those who try to save it.
I'll have to go find that song I'm thinking of.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Maybe I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason.
Okay, Y'shtola will be mine.
Oh, did you order the figure?
If I can find out
Yeah.
Nice. I'm
The
gonna do
bring
that,
art?
For a while.
I'm gonna do that next paycheck.
Yeah, I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna
the
order
Bring
the
Arts, yeah.
Bring Arts one too.
I'm excited.
I didn't buy Estinian though, and I'm very much like a completionist.
But do me a favor. Be careful out there.
Mm-hmm.
This world.
So now it's like, oh, I should probably just get them both.
My problem is I need to add another wall shelf if I'm gonna start ordering the Final Fantasy bullshit, because I bought one of the acrylic standees too, and I want more of them. They're nice.
Yeah, I got it for Alice.
I got the Exarch, and then my roommate got Emmett Selk and Y'shtola.
Nice.
Which I also want both of those too, but
Did you get any job pins?
no. I've got a patch for Black Mage sitting in a drawer because I haven't had anything to put it on yet.
Nice.
They want.
Are they back in stock?
I think so, but they want $10 to ship a $10 pin, and I'm not about that.
Yeah.
It's like I like the Square Enix has good merchandise, but their shipping is ridiculous.
I don't know. Like for that, you could just go to Etsy and get like a really cool job stone or something.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get the crafter ones.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair, and that's what I've been doing. Volcendo is there's a shop on Etsy that does glow in the dark job stones.
Oh, sweet.
That's the one I want.
This is
whenever
you, right?
I'm sorry.
Is Faith Abaddon? Is that you?
No, that's Isle.
Oh, okay.
This
Sorry.
was not the Ethernet that I wanted.
Gold. I need your help.
Didn't mean to
messed
interrupt you,
up.
sorry.
Oh no, you're good. But yeah, every time I hit a level 80 with a job, I go in and buy the soul stone from this place. You saw the Red Mage one not too long ago, didn't you? The one that like glowed super bright.
Me?
Yeah, I put it in the Discord channel.
Oh shit! No, I don't think. Oh, yes, I did. Yes,
yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
I had to think about it.
Yeah. So I've got, I'm wearing the monk one right now, and I've also got Black Mage, Dancer, and Red Mage.
Ooh.
And I guess.
Like knowing my, so like I'm gonna do sleeve tattoo. Like I'm planning out sleeve tattoos, and so I was gonna get all of the job symbols.
Nice.
As part of my sleeve, and so now I'm like, oh man, I could also get all of these, but no, though.
Okay, so I just got asked if I slept well, and I have two options. Well enough, thank you, or I had a ghostly visitor.
Well enough, thank you. Don't give him any information.
Ghostly visitor sounds like a euphemism.
Dirty liar. He does not deserve the truth.
I'm getting a tattoo covered. The series that shall not be named. But I'm getting it. I talked to my artist that did the original work, and we're getting together a stylized version of Alexander. I'm sorry?
Oh, it's so cool. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm so excited for it. But my thought was, I want to get an actual Final Fantasy 14 tattoo. And my thought is to do the crystal outline, but do it 1/2 dark blue, 1/2 light blue. And then every time I max out a job, I'll add it in around the crystal.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
This map shows the lands of Northrend, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Eorzea. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika.
Who's crunching?
Oh, I'm opening a bag of Skittles. I'm so sorry.
Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. I wondered what that was. I'm just like, the fuck?
No, I'm treating myself, since I had a rough night, to wild berry Skittles.
That's totally fair. You did have a rough night.
Yeah.
He's turning it into an ASMR stream.
I have not forgotten about that, by the way.
Don't just taste the rainbow, hear the rainbow.
Be the rainbow, live the rainbow. Be gay, do crime.
Sounds so good you can taste it.
I still have not found fabric that I like for this Titania cosplay. I got swatches in the other day, but it's like, none of this is what I need. I think what I'm gonna have to do is just buy undyed rayon or polyester and just dye it myself.
They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters. In contrast to her
To do that hem, I have to have a specific type of fabric. And that's the problem. I don't make it in purples. Like they do, but I just can't find it.
Okay, can you guys answer a question for me about Beast Tribe allowances?
Sure.
Like, when do you get allotments? I thought they were daily.
Yeah, they reset at, like, what, 2 a.m.?
Something is not right. I haven't had a Beast Tribe allowance in, like, 4 days.
Weird.
Yeah, it will not... It refuses to reset me. And I don't know why.
Check your timers.
Weird.
Yeah, my timers say today's remaining allowance is 0, and I haven't even been on today. Like, I just, like, popping in here is when I first logged on.
Huh.
I guess I'm gonna take it to GM. Like, I don't... That's really annoying, because I want to... I gotta get my Ananta done, or whatever. I gotta get that good emote.
Yeah, the charmed emote. That reminds me, I need to do that on Trinket.
So I think it's 8 a.m.
Oh, is it?
Is it?
Yeah, but like, I haven't done Beast Tribe stuff in like days.
Do you have Beast Tribe quests accepted?
Let me try that. Let me see. Nope.
You sure?
I have
Not
6
even
quests.
from another tribe.
No, I have 6 quests accepted total, and none of them are Beast Tribe. In fact, they're like pretty much all relics. That's it.
Are you... well, no. That wouldn't be it. Do I want to go for Althano or Alize first?
You want to do... Oh, Alice is way cooler than Alphino.
Like, just on principle, yes, she is. But that's also, like, a significantly darker part of the story on the surface.
That's true. Well, I guess I'm gonna take it to GM, because I want to do dailies. Said no one ever, but still.
You're positive you don't have one
accepted?
Yeah, here, like I'll send you a picture, a screenshot of my quest log.
Yeah, sure.
1 second.
Ready to depart for Amarang? Alize will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She, impressed upon me how regrettable the timing of her summoning was. Repeatedly. She dragged you for filth, be honest. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Kassard, the man of a merchant caravan, master of a merchant caravan. There are a few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amaro launch, and he will see that you reach your destination. Alize kicked his ass. Like, that's what that was meant to mean.
Alize was mean to me. Can you go talk to her?
Alize flicked me across the nose again.
She hit me with a rolled up newspaper.
She got me with the squirt bottle and it hurt.
The hurt bottle.
That bit in that scene in 5.1 where she like legit flicks him across the forehead was the funniest thing. Great. If you've come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. Oh, I'm supposed to give him the thing.
Gold, it's in screenshots.
Oh, a friend of the Exarch, hoping to meet someone in Amarang, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off our outpost there, as a matter of fact, so we can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need. Yes, I would like to go to Amarang, please. All set. Then off to the Unforgiving Sands we go. Yes, I can do ether currents, but I've already got them. Which is nice for New Game Plus.
Fulminating furnaces.
From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose.
Yeah, but look at the second screenshot. That's proof I haven't done any beast tribes this week.
Yeah, but fulminating furnaces is kobolds.
Are you shitting me? Oh my god. Holy fuck. So wait. But like, wait, but that's just one. So like, that would prevent my reset?
The naming of Voth is also an unlocking quest, I think.
Yeah, but that's never counted. I've never unlocked it. Like, I guess it's got to be the furnaces. So like, I just need to abandon this one.
Yeah. So the way it works is you can accept all the quests, right? And then you can wait to the next day to do them. And then once you complete those, it'll reset your thing automatically when you complete them.
Gotcha.
But if you hold on to it, you will indefinitely not get your reset.
No kidding. Oh my god. Thank you so much for clearing that up. Oh yeah, it just gave me 12 allowances. Oh, that rules. Thank you.
Oof, no matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. Don't be surprised when the temperature drops at night, though. The sky is still bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Eorzea friend of yours is staying. But that's a fair old distance, so I suppose we make a stop in Mordsuk to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sound good? Good. Alright, you lot, I'm off, and I'd better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. I can fly there, though. What mount do I want to show off? Witch's Broom. I love these gigantenders. They're so funny. Come on, do the thing. Do the thing. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Amarang, is it not? I mean, no, it's not, but we'll pretend it is. Before you cross the River of Sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. On... I think.
And the camera pans and it's like my character's naked body.
Look at this.
Your eyes on that.
Feast your eyes on that.
They built them big, didn't they? That's Qasr Sharl, a forest meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabath Arang. Seeing what was left behind, I believe it when they said it was once one of Norvrant's mightiest nations. Ugh. At least until the flood came along. Great chunks of Nabath Arang's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying. Most of them, anyway. No, not many choose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than an Amaro roost for me and my caravan. But not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mordsuk. Let's press on, shall we? See, what I liked what they did with the sound design in the areas that are still suffused with light is when it kind of fades out to that weird sound effect. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. It's like a humming in the background.
Mm-hmm. Curse me, I've never seen this doggo fly yet.
Oh god.
God, can we talk about how much it would suck ass for the for it to be daytime all the time?
God.
Like, I'm a night owl. I couldn't handle it all the time.
Should ask Keo what he thinks about it. He lives in don't they get some of the midnight sun in Sweden? Or in Sweden?
Do they? I have no
I think
idea.
it's further. I think you need to go further north than that.
Gotcha. Here we are, Mordsuk. By the blessed shadow, I love this town. Mordsuk, not just full of Mord, but Humes and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. They are shifty! Like, look at them, they're twitchy.
This kind of reminds me of like Chihuahuas, like really, twitchy little dogs.
Speaking of which, we should pay our respects to Master Gengen. I'll go ahead and let him know we've arrived. Like, I like the Mord. I think they're funny. But, like, look at them. They're twitchy.
They're cute.
They are cute. But they are shifty.
That's racist.
Eh. And then there's the one named Ron, and all I can think of is, the Key and Peele sketch. With A.A. Ron.
Oh, yeah, you done fucked up now, A.A. Ron.
Yeah. Amazing.
Like, that was my first thought when I saw that. What will I say? So this is a Mord? That's a kobold, or what beady eyes?
Well, you seem to be obsessed with how shifty they are, so how about what beady eyes?
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mordsuk.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find
What's the other Stormblood beast tribe? It's like the Ananta,
It's the Ananta and,
the Namazu, and then I forgot the other one.
Turtle people.
oh yeah, the Kojin.
Turtle people. Okay.
As I told you before, not many
By the kami, a talking turtle.
souks are different. Merchants come from realms around to purchase the relics the Mord digger.
Yeah, I recently finished all of those.
Mm.
Just recently. A couple weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah, like, the reason, like, I'm only doing them now is because, like, I did the Namazu already, but because I was leveling crafters, but, like, I saw you using that emote, that really good one. And that's like, oh, I gotta get that.
Which one?
Gratuity?
The gratuity.
Yeah.
It's a really good emote.
Yeah. The make it rain.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, that's incentive. I need to get that done. I mean, the Ananta also have that really good alluring embrace one, too.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
There's some good cutscenes, too, at the end of that.
Oh,
the whole
okay.
thing.
I haven't finished it out yet.
For the Ananta?
Yeah, I haven't finished those yet.
Oh, okay.
Want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are
I still have to go back and do all of the... No, I guess I did one Heaven's Word.
Mm.
I did the Vanu Vanu because I wanted that dance.
I think I got the dance. I can't remember if I've maxed out with them or not.
It's... Well, actually, no, the dance isn't maxed. I think it's really close to max.
It is. It's not, yeah.
I mean, I just stop when the achievement pops. That's when I'm like, I'm done. Or do you actually have to, like, max them out, Gold?
Gotta max them.
Oh, are you kidding? Fucking...
Yes. You have to.
Damn it, Conrad, you shouldn't have said anything.
I have to do more fucking Namazu shit then. Ugh.
Enjoy.
The end cutscene's kind of fun. The end story.
Y'all leave me alone.
Oh no, I don't.
Why would I want?
I'm actually bloodsworn. Never mind.
Oh,
Sweet.
nice.
That's what you need.
Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road.
I guess I need to just make a habit of bloodsworning everything.
Yeah.
Eat for 3 before you leave.
You done Shadowbringers?
Yeah, I finished the Pixies. I'm sworn with the Qatari. I haven't quite finished them yet.
Qatari's a gathering, right?
Yeah. When you cap all your gatherers, there's like 0 incentive to do that crap.
Yeah.
So it's just like a chore. I haven't even unlocked most of Heaven's Word yet.
Oh, gotcha.
Like I did the Vanu Vanu and that's it. Like, and I know the Moogle one's like a huge pain.
Mm-hmm. It's less of a pain, it's more just tedious, I think.
That's pain to me.
That's fair.
It is. I haven't kept that.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Ronron's Traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Oh my god.
No danger of that, Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to look close up at the delectable delights.
This is my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up on chilly desert nights.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming. At the end of that chain.
Yep. Everyone's favorite, plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wiggler, you'll never want any other treat.
Fun fact, so John has he has a, what's the word I'm looking for? He's like physically disgusted by worms.
Ugh,
he can't even hear the word. Like he can't even hear the word.
An aversion?
Version, yeah, thank you. So like if you just say like, oh hey look, there's a worm, he goes like,
oh god,
it's like a reflex.
I call that mush loaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits, so even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. It's the quenchiest! Because it's full of cactus. In Avatar. Nobody? That series is on Netflix. Nobody has any excuse to not have seen it yet.
I've seen it all the way through. I just don't. It's been so long.
When they were in the desert after they lost Appa and Sokka drank the cactus juice.
It got really high.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the quenchiest. Yeah. Oh, you'll like those. Chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks, spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackly on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. Oh, God. Oh, all of these are upsetting. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose, which to choose? Which one am I choosing? I have mush loaf, ever-burning bounty, chewy skewer, or glazed wiggler. Which nasty food am I trying? No, I shouldn't say which nasty food. Which unfamiliar food am I trying?
That's progressive of you. But you know, I think it's okay it's safe to say that worms are nasty, you know? Like that's okay.
Hey, you know, crickets are a very good source of protein, apparently.
I want to jump off a building. Like, that's super gross.
I can't do it either, but, like, I genuinely applaud the people who can.
Or those people in, like, I think it's India or whatever, that eat fried tarantulas. No.
Like I said, I have a lot of respect for the people who didn't grow up with that kind of aversion and can just be like, oh yeah, that's food, and do that. Like, I respect that.
Was that lizard cooked?
Yes. It's like the pickled lizard that was in all the spices. I guess we're going with ever-burning bounty. Which, as a reminder... Fuck, here we go. If we raise $1,000 for Extra Life, I have somehow been talked into doing the Cinder Drift Extreme, which is where we all do the Cinder Drift Savage mode, but I have the added buff, shall we say, of having eaten a spicy pepper before we start. So consider...
Whoa, when is this?
If I hit $1,000 for my charity campaign.
Oh man, I'll donate to that shit.
Fuck, Volkendo, why?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding? I'm so excited. Oh, I would love to donate. Hang on.
Let me get you the link. Hang on.
Please do. Please do.
Why are you like this?
Because I love misery. I love it. I love suffering.
You know, we had a bonding moment earlier. I thought we were better friends than this.
Okay, how about this? I will, if you do it, I will eat one with you. How about that? Because misery loves company.
Okay. Well, I DM'd you the link. There you go. For anybody watching in the stream, it should be the little Extra Life icon above the chat box, a little blue and white one. Ron says, yes, put some spice in your step. You won't feel the cold this night, and probably not the next one either. You have the gold? I don't feel like this is worth an antique gold coin. Oh, and done. One Voberite honor buys you 10 sides of lizard meat. It's so much. Oh my god. Well, thank you for donating. It really does go to a good cause, even if it makes me miserable.
I'm so excited.
Don't forget to, like, check the perks and stuff. I think there's one for, a vinyl cutout. Will I eat the lot? Every last mouthful, or I think I'll share the rest. You know what? In the spirit of it, I think I'm gonna suffer through it. I'll eat every last mouthful. I'll do it.
Yes. Be polite.
What an appetite. What a belly. A new legend is born in Mordsuk. I'm sorry, what? Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. Oh, we have a third person. Welcome to the stream. Keeping the merchandise down, yes? No returns. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have taken it back if I'd thrown it back up anyway, but I appreciate the clarification. I was watching from here. You honored our custom, and with great relish. Is that what you call it? You will always be welcome in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Amarang, we are here to provide. Well, that was terrible. Yeah, you have courage, my friend. Ron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the... Jesus Christ. Oh, it scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know.
You gotta eat that pepper.
No,
Wait,
no,
how
it's...
much did you donate?
It's not that. It made a sound that I wasn't expecting. Oh my god.
Oh.
Scared the shit out of me. I just need a minute. Oh, thank you, Volkendo. I appreciate it.
I appreciate what you're doing.
Now that my soul has gone back into my body again, though. I put an extension on my Twitch that displays the progress up at the top, and I wasn't expecting it to make a sound.
That's incredible.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy.
Oh my god.
I'm glad they give you the option to cover the processing costs too. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to be to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed our departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mordsuk. I want to leave. This dude fed me, like, spicy pickled lizard, and it wasn't good. Oh, offering your services, are you? Aye, well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. Good, I want to get out of here. I want to leave. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for, you just need to do the lifting and carrying. Sir, I am 1/3 your size. Why am I being asked to do the heavy lifting? I'll go and take care of some last-minute haggling then. See you in a bit. I can view at any time. Hello, Bun Bun. Keep away from my private worm stash. Get back, I say. Excuse you. I need those. Those are mine. Wait, what? No, 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 no. This is Bun Bun's private worm stash, not for sale. Oh, I guess they're not mine. Hungry again? You have a strong stomach, friend, but I wouldn't eat those. I'm trying to pick up this dude's shopping so we can leave, and I never have to eat your pickled lizard again. If you're handling Cassard's border work, you've come to the wrong place. He has no outstanding orders with my shop. Oh my god. Where is this place? You came in with Cassard, yes? Good, good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Please take your prickly purchase. It's an interesting way of phrasing that. Hey, no touching. That merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with a better offer. See, they are sketchy! What? Cassard sent you? Why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. Oh, no, no, no. Nabatharang relics, wasn't it? All packed in that box there. Handle with care. See, they are sketchy. They're shifty.
You're shifty.
Not as shifty as these things. They're cute, but they're shady.
These people.
They're shady.
You're the shady one.
Is this the one I want? I think so. Hands off. That water is from Mill's foot bath, unless you have coin or barter. Oh, you work for Cassard? Mol has antiques all boxed up and ready for transport. So, do I talk to you? Of all the things we trade here in Mordsuk, nothing is more important than water. Good for drinking, good for foot baths. Foot bath first. Ugh. Drink later. Ew. Wait, so like, where is this other... Am I just dumb? I went that way. It is a 2 brain cell year, friends. Can't go back there. Where is this place? No, it's not you. There we go. Cassard sent you, did he? Right, yes. What kind of ore was it again?
Iron ore.
Iron. Iron ore, of course. That would explain this box I have here. It's all yours. Okay, buddy.
Alright, I gotta actually go get ready for raid, so I'm gonna hop out.
Okay, thanks for stopping by, Volkendo, and thank you again for donating.
Oh yeah, it was my pleasure, and it was a lot of fun. Thanks for letting me hang out.
Yeah, I'll be doing it again tomorrow.
Cool. Catch y'all later.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Yeah, I have all of your stuff. Here you go. Can we leave now? Aye, that's the lot, alright. Good work. And quick work, too, considering you've not set foot in the place before. I thought you wanted to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Ugh. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you returned, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I'll have to drag in my middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Cassard? It feels like an age since I last saw you. Oh, Tesleen. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen, it has been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This lady was on her way to meet with Eorzea. I'm supposed to be taking her to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Eorzea has told me so much about you. You're Crow, aren't you? She knows. I knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carer at the inn, and I've gotten to know Eorzea quite well since she took up guard duties here. There? I don't know. Do you want me to take over as Crow's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it would be no trouble. Please get me out of here. No more lizards. That would be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amarang, and I'll send you back to the Crystarium. How long have we run? Almost 2 hours. I think what I'll do is I'll get through Eorzea's part of the story and then call it. Because it's kind of like, this was just meant to like highlight this is what MSQ is. Eorzea has been desperate to see you, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too hard to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spires from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, I'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. Excuse me. All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading home from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself down with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make a meal of us? I suppose. I thought you might. Eorzea was always saying how much she... I mean, let's get going, shall we? What was Eorzea saying about me?
Probably something nice.
Oh, probably. Sorry, there wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. And yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd always thought Eorzea was strong, but in her mind, she was never... now that makes sense. Well, we should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. Oh, thank you, I think. How's housing going, you guys?
Excellent.
Good.
Incredibly tedious. I don't know why they thought submitting items 3 at a time was a good idea.
I don't know either.
I'm literally submitting over 1,000 items, and I can only turn in 3 at a time.
Oof. Yikes.
Wait, setting them for what?
The exterior, you know, that half thing? The exterior kit?
Yeah.
It's a lot of items, and I crafted stuff to do 2 of them. So it's literally over 1,000 items.
That's ridiculous.
Yep. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Who else is excited for flying in a Realm Reborn areas?
Woo!
Finally.
I just had to go back there for Silex mining.
Ugh.
So flight would help.
Yeah.
This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow, but first, let's head inside, shall we? Yes. The hell? Somebody's ringing. Gold, I think that's you.
Gold.
Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Eorzea arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. What will I say? The afflicted? Or, this illness isn't contagious, is it? Liz?
The afflicted?
Let me change that.
I don't like this illness isn't contagious. Like, that seems selfish.
It does.
Even if it is a valid question, it's sort of rude.
You don't know? I don't think I've met anyone besides Eorzea who was so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Eorzea give you the full explanation. It is very sad.
Welcome back.
That was weird.
What was that?
I was putting AFK.
Oh, yeah, I moved you because the music from whatever you were listening to was coming through.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on push to talk.
Sorry.
Huh.
Weird.
Yeah. No. Where is she?
Anyway, that's why I moved you.
Oh, I know what it is. Sorry.
Oh no, that's alright. I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out the south side and you'll soon see it. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. Eorzea is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground, and they look to be about the right size. Small footprints. The small footprints lead off to the northwest. The footprints continue on to the northwest. The footprints curve around to the west. Oh, that's a cute barding. There are more tracks here, but they end in a mess of disturbed sand. Oh, cutscene time.
Get back here!
Is that... It can't be.
What will I say? Impressive, or you almost lost that one. I'm gonna compliment her.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner. How are you? We fought them to a standstill then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Eorzea were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summon. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Eorzea's vision. He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters. That great wall of white is a remnant of the flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the first tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day. And then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam. A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrent was spared. For the most part, Living things are composed of ether of various different aspects. But when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered, and their natural form breaks down. Then they either perish, or are warped into mindless abominations. Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them. The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Basement.
So sad.
Okay, I need a break. My hand's getting tired.
Okay. It's just a matter of time. More for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society, and exiled here to the edge of the world. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Tesleen and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters. Which is knowledge I can now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol, of course. Oh,
Hang on, Gold and I are gonna hop out for a sec.
Oh, sure. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn, and you clear the west. That way you can have an undiluted experience with the resident terrors. These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is a Sin Eater, but you'll know for sure soon enough when they come slavering after your ether. Remember, it's kill or be killed with these monsters. Once you've slain whatever's prowling around out there, we can rendezvous back at the north entrance. Good hunting. I don't know why this one flies, it just does. How did you fare? I thought there might be one or two lurking on the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually these lesser Sin Eaters are no more deadly than any natural predator you might come across in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the void scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols, to call their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play, and you've certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? Oh, excuse me. Eorzea tells me you helped out on her patrol. You have my thanks, and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Eorzea has missed your company. Everything is always, if Crow were here, she would. That it's an exaggeration, and I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Crow's methods. Honestly, after seeing her in action, I can understand why. The way she leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. I'm only teasing. Though I've no doubt she deserves all the admiration she gets. Just as you do. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Eorzea? What, and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can help you with. I could do with a hand, that's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Eorzea. While we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Pawnil, Todden, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Thank you. No response. Todden glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. Halric remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin, has hardened into something akin to plaster. You've seen to the patients? How were they? Good. That's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I am concerned about Halric, though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. We shall leave you to have that discussion then. I was going to take Crow to Mordsuk if you have any errands there that need doing. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Cassard's caravan just passed through, so Ron should have some fresh fruit. Come then, Crow. There's something I want you to see, right after we stop at Ron's stall, of course.
I'm back. Hello.
Oh, poor Volcendo.
What happened to Volcendo?
Go check the crossroad.
Oh, no.
No. Not like the end of the world, but like that sucks.
Not gonna lie, I snickered when I saw that. My brain just went to the innuendo.
There you are.
What?
Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ron's wares? Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you some food. Here, take this one, free of charge. At least it's not another pickled lizard. Gods, I've never seen a moored merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. Ahem, the worms, if you please. Only the best wrigglers for you. Come again, my friends. Right, that's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the Aetheryte to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Right, she's down here. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Glazed wigglers! You actually bought them, wrigglers. I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails. Shall we?
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness. Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halric's favorite fruit. Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters, but their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far. Before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed? Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons. But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
It's very sad. Very, very sad. I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Eorzea's lecturing. And I needed you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. The nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just the threat posed to the others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards and would spare them that suffering. It is their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. Alice's been through some shit. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? Thank you. Alize has explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others and we decided to keep an eye on Holric for now. Thanks to you, though, if his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. Well, nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for that welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs. That's what I like to hear. Give me a moment to warm up the pot. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs.
Or Thursday. Oh,
I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrant could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
They're coming.
Desleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Oh no, Halric is missing. Crow, Alize, we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but if he's wandering out there alone, we'll assign search areas and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before, but it can't be a coincidence that the other patients are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the inn. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search the east side. Please, Halric, please be alright. I'll cover the north and west then. You take everything from here to the south. You see no sign of Halric. Maybe he went further west. Whew, it's about to be this cutscene, isn't it?
It sure is.
Ooh. You scan your surroundings in search of Halric and suddenly find yourself under attack. That's not nice.
Any sign of him? No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should...
Oh, damn it, sorry. Sorry.
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
There it is! Is that... Oh no! Halric! We have to run! Tessie! No!
Content warning. This scene is pretty messed up.
We all deserve happiness, wherever we can find it. The time left to you is precious. No one should die in vain. Mother, I...
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, that cutscene is always rough.
Yup.
I'm sorry, Crow. I tried to tell the carers what happened, but I can't be the shoulder they lean on. Not like this. It's just so unfair. Tesleen was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there wouldn't be any pain. Of all the people in the world to suffer such a fate. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me, I can barely... I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing. About giving people the chance to say their goodbyes. Halric is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Sin Eaters made their escape. Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to me. Or to them. To me. Sorry to interrupt. We realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? There wasn't even a fight. I was too late. Too slow. And I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Hallerik back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing in my role here. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Hallerik's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. Farewell, Hallerik. Keep Tessline's words close to your heart. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. This damned light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if we're only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still gain the skills I have use the skills I have gained here to hurt them. Ugh. I'm gonna wrap this quest up and call it for the night. We've been at it for 2.5 hours. It's a long time.
Your timing is perfect because I think the house might be done.
Oh. Well, I'll come see it before I cut the stream then. Unless you think I should wait to...
Well, no, cut the stream and we'll save the grand tour for the housing day of the Eorzea challenge.
Okay. Forgive me, Crow. I couldn't stay there a moment longer. But I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against this blight with kindness, I must fight it my own way, with steel. From Eorzea's sword in the darkness to Norvrand's sword in the light? Gods above, it feels like an age ago now. Miss Alize, is there anything I can get you? Your swiftest Amaro. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Ugh, remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly over Amarang again. I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help to clear my head, at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe out the Sin Eaters. Shall we? Docile Gate. Thank you for seeking me out, Crow. It meant a lot to have you there at my side. I was tempted to set off again the moment we had decided upon a direction, but you still have to visit still have to visit Alphino, haven't you? Oh, I see. And if I know my brother, he'll be on the cusp of discovering something vital to our success, if he hasn't already. I'm content to stay here and consider our options for the time being, but don't keep me waiting too long, eh? Alright, I am going to end the stream here. It's a good place to do so. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget, we're raising money for Kansas City, let me recalibrate and try that again. Extra Life, KU, Pediatrics, right here in Kansas City, helps a whole network of children's hospitals. 100% of your donation goes to the charity. We are at... What does it say? Oh, it did update. Thanks to a very generous donation by Volkendo, we are up to $312. Our goal for this year is 1,000. If we hit 1,000, party, tell them what we win.
We will win a very, very special charity stream known as Cinderdrift Savage.
Cinderdrift
where
Extreme.
No, because we're running the Extreme.
No, the instance is Cinderdrift Savage. We're
Is
calling
it?
this,
Okay.
yeah, we're calling this Cinderdrift Extreme.
That sounds like a step down.
Yeah, but...
Cinderdrift Brutal. There
Okay,
we
yeah,
go.
Cinderdrift Brutal. Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah, Cinderdrift Brutal, which is running the Cinderdrift Savage, which is a very difficult trial from the new content.
Yeah, it sure is.
And Crow will have to do so after having eaten a very, very, very spicy hot pepper.
The spiciest
We're
that I can
still-
tolerate.
Yes. On the edge of tolerate.
Okay, when I say tolerate, I mean it's a difference between I'm in pain and I'm throwing up on my keyboard. I'd rather it not be that.
Stomach acid is not very kind to keyboard.
No, it's not very kind to many things.
Not enough that you are in discomfort.
Yeah, it's if we hit that, it'll be a great time for children's hospitals. It'll be a real bad time for me. So if you want to see me on camera, miserable while I do that and laugh at my expense, please consider hitting the blue and white Extra Life button that is above the chat box. It should take you, it shouldn't even take you out of Twitch to do so. You can find me on Twitter at Crowdalova, as it says in the character name, D-A-L-O-V-A. I will be announcing streams, giveaways, cat pictures, whatever the internet wants to see from me there. Right now we're doing a very special group of streams for the next 31 days. We'll be doing 31 days of Eorzea, where me and my group highlight the things that we love about this game in the lead up to patch 5.3, which has been pretty significantly delayed because of the coronavirus, unfortunately. But the timing is interesting because August will also be 6 years that I have been playing this game continuously. 6 years I have been playing this game and paying for it and buying the extra stuff. I have an art book that's coming next week that I'm really excited about. So if I can manage to do all 31 days in some way, form, or another, I'm going to do a real big giveaway at the end of it. I'm thinking either complete edition for somebody who is new to the game, a collector's edition upgrade for somebody that wants it, or the equivalent in the Square Enix store, if you've already got a collector's edition. So please, please, please tune in for those. Tomorrow we're doing... What is tomorrow? Dungeons, I think? Tomorrow is... Yeah, dungeons. Our favorite dungeons. Our favorite four-person dungeons. And there are some really, really good ones in this game. There are some where the combat mechanics and the puzzle mechanics are just something I've never seen done in a video game before. But I hope to... I'm sorry?
Or the loot is good.
Yeah, like, there are times when we have run side optional dungeons just for the stuff that it drops. But yeah, I hope that today gave you all a good overview of why this main scenario, this main story, continues not to disappoint. It is an absolutely incredible story. All of the expansions have been very timely for when they've come out. Like Heaven's Word came out when there was a lot of like scandals in organized religion going on. And Stormblood came out, what was that, 2017? No. Yeah, 2017, 2018. As you all might know, kind of a politically tumultuous time. It's a story about revolution and fighting back against a greater power, so they've all been very, very well timed for the story that they give. Shadowbringers was environmental in its message, 100%. It's hard to spot here but I highly encourage anybody who has not played this game to do so. Like I said, I cannot recommend this game enough. The community is amazing. Day 31 will be community highlights. The people that I've met, you met some of them tonight. Volkendo is awesome. Party is awesome. Gold is awesome. I know some of my best friends through this game. And that's also a big part of what's kept me playing. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling. At Crow Dalava on Twitter, at Conspiracy of Crows right here on Twitch. Join us tomorrow for some fungin in the dungeon. And I will see everybody next time. Thanks for tuning in.